It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got C.J. Stroud. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Texans and the Lions on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the practice.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate.
Here we go. First carry for Joe Mixon. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Here's Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play. And this will not be a spike. He faked it.
Some shades of Dan Marino in that vintage play of the fake spike touchdown, but in this case, wasn't nearly as deceptive and wasn't nearly as productive.
He's going to look downfield once again. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions. Set to go now on 1st and 10. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Stroud going to set up to throw. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now Stroud. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That's caught! A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Stroud to throw here on first down. And he'll take it on in. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Out of the shotgun. That's swung out wide and intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward.
Now, this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, And if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
The Texans offense getting set to get back to work. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a first. Throwing is Stroud. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. John Mechie was the intended target, and it's going to be 4th down. Oh, how about the coverage there? They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
That is caught! What a job on the scramble! Nico Collins! Touchdown, Houston! His 6th touchdown now for the season.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that'll be it. Incomplete. 4th down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. The kick. They add 3 with the field goal, and they want the ball right back again. They're going to line up for an onside kick. He's inside the 40.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle.
So it's a win here for the Texans. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago. The spot with a much better overall performance. And it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Oates. For our entire team, I'd like to read. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we say, so long from Houston.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got CJ Stroud. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Texans and the Cowboys under the lights on Monday night.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he will get into the end zone. So we've played one quarter here. On third down, here's a run by Mixon. And he'll work his way. Fourth down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. Third and long. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That one downfield for Cooks. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that is incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
To the left side, caught by Schultz.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is brought in to the goal line and in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
That's the end of the first half with the score all time.
Okay, Mike.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Cavante Turpin on the return. We get across the 20. Mark. 3rd and 6. Stroud digs on the reception, and he puts his head down. They will work the middle with Mixon. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Stroud. A throw left side finds Dell. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And he's in. Houston. Not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game late, and this is 3rd down. That is caught. Hooks. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And this will be incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. He'll go right and find his running back. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down. To throw, it's Stroud. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. On 4th down, the veteran Ryan Anger on to punt for Dallas. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Whoa. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Texans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. He's going to try it here again. That is hard. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That ball broken up. Down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break thinking of could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's deep for the back of the end zone. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And that'll set up fourth down. Now, Stroud.